Hey everyone, I'm Nico Cheap Bricks and welcome back to another LEGO Star Wars mock building video. Today, me and a buddy are building an Imperial base in 4 hours. I'm very excited to get started, but before we get started, go ahead and leave a like on this video right now. And if you are new to this channel, go ahead and hit the subscribe button so you do not miss out on my future LEGO Star Wars content. But without further ado, let's get building. Alright, so this build is going to be on one big Lego gray base plate, and basically what I was going for this base layout was majority of the base plate will be the base, and then there'll be a small portion of the outside. No specific planet was chosen, but we were gonna go with sand. So anyway, we started building up the walls, and we did one layer of dark bluish gray to add in that Empire effect, but also because those are primarily the colors of the Imperial of the Empire. So while I was building up the walls, my buddy was working on the door frame and putting some modified bricks there for control panels. Once I got done with the actual structure of the base, I started working on the roof. So first I went ahead and placed plates over the roof to get the right dimensions for it. So then I can start building the roof separately while he works on the interior of the base, because my buddy is definitely better at interior design than I am. So that was definitely his area of expertise, and I was very confident on making this roof. So then I went ahead and started making the roof, tiling off and adding generators and sorts, because I didn't know if I was going to have enough tiles for both tiling off the roof and the interior. So I wanted to add some other things to the roof that took those tiles places. So then I started working on the antenna. I built up this small section on the roof to not make it flat, kind of like an extra part of the base, and kind of like a big base for the antenna, but then I would build the antenna base on that. So just to kind of add some leveling and some depth to the base. So building this antenna was not really challenging, but I was trying to figure out multiple ways on how to get the angling right. And I think I settled with a pretty good one. So he was over here working on different interior specs. We were working on bunk beds. So then we went ahead and started continuing working. Just a side note before anyone comments, that is not usually how my bed looks like. I just need to fold my clothes, which I have already, post-production. Anyways, I started continuing tiling off the roof and adding all sorts of pieces. The antenna was done. I came up with a pretty good way of doing it. Not the most best way, but enough to kind of get the look across. While I was still tiling off the roof, my buddy was tiling off the floor of the base. There were some weapon racks, and that we'll get into later on. So we continued tiling off. Alright, now with the roof all completed, I started to get to work on this outside area, which I had ordered a bunch of parts recently with some slopes and a bunch of dark tan pieces, so I started using a little bit of that. My inspiration was kind of Tatooine, but it could pass off as Tatooine, but going into this, I didn't really have a specific planet in mind, so I just started adding multiple details. And I just kept on building until me and my buddy were both satisfied with the look. I just kept going until I used up almost pretty much all my pieces and just added just to really make it look very detailed and stuff like that. So here is the finished Imperial base. I am very happy on how it came out. It is very detailed, and honestly, this is actually my very first Imperial base I've ever built. And honestly, with my buddy too. So starting off over here in the interior, he built some bunk beds, and then I added in the little strategy where you put the tiles in between the plates. A little illegal technique, but the bunk beds were a very great addition to the space, because obviously the troops, gotta sleep, and my buddy even propped up a stormtrooper there, or one of the tank troopers that are looking like they're climbing on the bunk bed, so that was very nice. Then moving along the interior here, there is a small table with some food on it, with some stormtroopers sitting down and some crates in the background of the table. Then over here, there are 2 gun racks with a bunch of control panels with a death trooper and an Imperial officer and a scout trooper going to report. That's kind of like a little mission there. Then I included a death trooper to kind of be like the special forces at this base, just to add some more like ranking troopers here. And then guarding the door from the inside are 2 shadow troopers. So moving on to the exterior of the base, guarding the door are just 2 regular stormtroopers with long blaster rifles, and then there is a stormtrooper walking out the doorway right there. And then we decided to add in a little funny kind of scene here with a stormtrooper with a rocket launcher firing a missile at just a lone rebel trooper. We could say the mission was the rebel trooper was staying back to let his friends escape or anything, but it was just kind of a little fun gimmick that we added there. We did it because we wanted to have something happening out here in the exterior for these stormtroopers to be doing. Otherwise, there would just be the 2 stormtroopers standing guard. So we wanted something out here to kind of liven up this exterior. And I think that was definitely a very good idea doing that. And then we even had some stormtroopers with sand on them. So it worked with what this exterior looked like. And then here is the actual landscape. I added a bunch of rock formations just to add some depth and layering to the outside. Then there is a little chicken there as a little fun Easter egg. Here is the base with the roof on it. It looks very nice. There's a little generator there that has a little top part that can spin, as I will show here. So it's just a little fun little feature. And then there are some vents next to the generator. So kind of just some greebling for the roof itself. Then here is the finished antenna with the big dish, since it is a bigger Imperial base. So I'm really glad on how this base came out. It looks very nice. So if you enjoyed the video, definitely leave a like and hit the subscribe button, like I said, to not miss any future LEGO Star Wars content. We had a really fun time building this awesome LEGO Star Wars Imperial base. I have a few more mock videos planned, so I'm very excited for those and to show you all what I build. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, peace.